I'm Jim Schwabel, the CEO of NeuralX. Instead of going to the doctor and giving a blood sample or urine sample, we take a sample of voice. And just from that, we're looking to diagnose various diseases, from psychotic disorders to neurological conditions like Alzheimer's. We process the audio and extract features like pauses in the words, pronoun frequencies, total number of words in a session. And then we kind of ask ourselves, which features are most relevant for this disease? We're very excited to pioneer this new approach.
So much to say, so much to say, so much to say, so much to say. So much to say, so much to say, so much.
So 8 years ago today, I got a call from my crying mother saying that my brother was hospitalized with a psychotic break. As you can imagine, a very traumatic experience. He was not the brother who I knew him to be. Looking back, it was obvious something was off. He went to the primary care doctor 11 times complaining of vague symptoms like headaches, unclear thoughts, went to 6 different specialists, and even at the hands of a well-trained psychiatrist was misdiagnosed with an anxiety disorder. It was at UPMC health system, one of the best psychiatry places in the world. Cost $15,000 over 5 years. And so at NeuralX, we asked ourselves, what if this could be prevented? We saw a paper 2 years ago that showed in a high-risk group for psychosis, and somebody like my brother in one of those 11 visits, you could predict who would or would not have a psychotic episode with nearly 100% accuracy, just from the voice. Like, how was your day? This really caught our attention because, as you can imagine, the standard of care is terrible. And then we looked a little deeper, and it looked like you could use voice as a biomarker for health generally. In depression, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, there's a lot of papers that have been published over the years that validate that these approaches work, and we think it's a great time for this company. And so we put together all of this research, and we're productizing it with a vision to, instead of going to the doctor and giving a blood sample or urine sample, we take a voice sample from a patient, from a simple vocal task like describe this picture or how was your day, and we extract features and produce a report like this with reference ranges to infer the health of a patient. So instead of, say, the white blood cell count and it's elevated and indicating an infection for a blood test, you can think the semantic coherence in the text of a session can indicate whether somebody is likely to be psychotic or not, to increase speed up the speed at which you can refer a patient to a psychiatrist. We think this offers huge value to health plans to get reimbursement into the future. With this approach, we can reduce costs from $15,000 to $500 and streamline the appointment process to one specialist and accurately diagnose somebody with a psychotic episode and many other diseases as well. Our business model is pretty clear. We're like a Quest Diagnostics, but for speech tests in the cloud. We charge per biomarker screen for, and naturally, we think this is naturally to grow in other areas over time. We're targeting consumer-facing markets initially, like stress detection. Everybody in here is stressed, I bet, and you're like, am I stressed on a daily basis? So we're starting there to get users, grow our user base, and pilot in our research lab, sort of like a 23andMe for voice. We then are expanding into other markets that are more regulated and actually implementing this in psychiatry, neurology, and infectious disease. Overall, it's about a $5 billion market size. Our regulatory strategy is a de novo approach. We need about 500 patient trial. We're going after depression initially, Q1 next year. I'd love to talk to you afterwards, but we're following along the lines of other digital health companies like Ubiome that show that this process works, and it's a very friendly environment for companies like ours. We also have a very strong team. I come from venture capital. Over the last 3 years, we've invested and grown over 20 companies, half of which are digital health related. And everyone on our team has experience with startups and know how to take the startup from an idea to exit. Here at TMCx, looking to raise some capital. We're raising a $1.5 million seed round, and we're looking to, with that money, achieve regulatory clearance in depression, grow our user base, expand our team, and secure our intellectual property beyond our one utility patent that we already have. Again, I'm Jim Schwabel, the CEO of NeuralX, and we'd love for you to help us transform the future of medicine with voice. Thank you so much.